Hi, welcome to Table Talk this morning. I'm Sandy, and we have with us Leslie and Michelle. So, welcome this week. We've got some fun projects to share. Well, you have some fun projects. Let's just say that. I have some bookwork I could share.
Lots of
I've
that.
actually been working on the Shop Hop quilt, and so I can't show that till Shop Hop.
That's in May.
It's in May.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm excited
anyway,
to see it.
Okay, Leslie, let's start with you.
Okay.
Let's go all America.
Okay. This.
Oh, it's a quilt, huh?
Yes.
It's a 3-yard quilt.
Yes. Don't want to hate.
What's this one called?
This one is Freedom,
Freedom.
by Fabric Cafe. One of the 3-yard quilts.
Oh,
And-
so cute.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's so fun.
It's a cute quilt.
It is-
3-yard
It's
quilt.
super cute.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it.
Really cute quilt pattern.
So,
Yes.
Leslie, you have just started quilting lately, right? When you
Yes.
start working with us.
Yes.
You just
How
do
was
table runners though and stuff. But
Yeah, little
Yeah.
projects. So I'm gradually getting into the bigger projects,
Yeah.
but I think this might be as large as I can actually make. So
you can do it,
I'm
girl.
getting there.
was there any trouble when you're reading the pattern, or do you feel like this is a easy project to start with?
These are easy. I think the hardest thing is doing the house square triangles.
They
Uh-huh.
look great.
But if
They're
I
great.
can do it, anybody can do
This
it.
is such a fun
Yes.
pattern.
Yeah.
And 3 yards. I mean,
Yep, 3 yards. Whole thing, 3 yards.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
And we have
really
kits in the
fast.
store.
Yes. We have kits, we have
Yep.
the patterns.
and we have Donnie Mogstad's new fabric collection,
Yes.
her new Americana collection. So
This is
and this is
American
part of it.
Dream. Let's see, where's the top of this one? Should we make this
Oh,
out of here?
so this is a smaller version, I
this
guess?
is a small, and Leslie, you can tell about what
Okay.
this is.
So the center of this is the panel. This is American Dream. I put a border, and to be honest, I don't know how big of my border I did. I just kind of eyeballed it. And then my binding is the plaid, not plaid, gingham by Flirt, by Sweetwater from Moda. I just
So cute.
kind of added in, and then I just kind of stitched my quilting on there.
So you just were able to quilt this one on your home machine.
Yes.
But that
Yes.
quilting makes it look like they're
Yes.
strip pieced, where it's just that panel.
Yep. And what I want to do, I'm going to get some blue, and I'm
Uh-huh.
going to actually go in and hand stitch
Oh, fun.
all of these, and I might do some little running stitches around these. So I'm
some
going to
little-
add.
That would look cute.
Yeah.
That big quilting stitch.
Yeah.
Are you going to use hand stitch?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just do it all by hand, and so I was going to pick Sandy's brain on
That's cute.
what needle I need and all that to do that by hand. So.
Oh, yeah.
But this was really cute, and I saw that, and I knew I had to have it because I have last year's Riley Blake version,
Yeah.
but I haven't made it yet. So there you go.
Binding's
so
perfect.
cute.
The binding's perfect with it.
I know,
And
it's
this was
so
that
cute.
Valentine line
Uh-huh.
that arrived on
Flirt.
Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah, but we got right in time.
Yeah,
But it's
right on
perfect
Valentine's.
because it's
But it is fun.
bias and
Yeah.
yeah, it's super cute.
Super cute. Good job, Leslie.
Thank you.
Okay, now you've got some. Should we show your cross stitch after?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
show
show
your
quilts
quilting
first.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's go to
So
the cross
last
stitch.
time I showed all of the blocks for this.
Here,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to help.
A really big quilt. So I
Oh,
put them together.
Leslie and I'll hold it, and you may talk about it.
So,
Oh, so cute!
Oh, this is adorable.
so I put the glasses on one of the bears in each row. Because it's for my daughter, and she has glasses, and she wanted glasses on some bears. So anyway, whew, look at all the threads from my
Are the
sewing
glasses
room.
They are.
They are.
They're
applique
applique?
on.
Oh, wow.
Cute.
And so she just picked lots of gray and lots of blues.
Very,
Oh,
very
they're all
cute.
different.
Little cute.
So
White.
cute. And this is Bjorn Bear, right?
Yes,
Bjorn
Elizabeth
Bear.
Hartman. We do have that pattern in stock.
So cute.
And
What
her
did you
patterns are
use for the
phenomenal.
applique? I can't see.
It's just
It's-
black cotton.
Oh,
Mhm.
And is it just
It's
fusible?
it's fusible, and then I went around and stitched all the way around, just with my home machine.
So cute.
to get those on there, but
That would be really cute
That's
as a baby
fun.
blanket as well.
yes.
Or
Yeah, just a
pillows.
smaller version. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can do as many bears as you want. You don't have to.
Yes.
Right.
And she
Yeah.
does have all those sizes in her
Oh,
pattern.
I love it. Your
Very
daughter's going
cute.
to love it.
She will be excited to see it
Yes.
finally coming together.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, let's see.
This is
might
the
as well
backing
stay-
that I'm going to put on it. Just the
Oh,
Stella.
yeah.
That's cute.
That's the one she
Mountains.
picked for
Cute.
just the to
Backing.
stick with the forest. Yep.
And then while we're standing,
I
let's
have another
show
one.
your other.
And this is from Tasha Noel's Fabric Line Quilt Fair. And so it is, the pattern is Cluck Cluck Sew, no point stars. So this will be kitted.
Can
When
we
go
lay
to
these
the
on
quilt
the
kit
table?
Thursday.
The other part.
Oh, there we go.
I can see everything. Okay.
Anyway.
So cute.
Oh,
Very
Michelle,
colorful.
that's a
It will
good
go
Just
to
brush
Judy
and
on
fun.
Thursday, and then I will get it bound, and the kits are cut. We'll have them soon.
Awesome.
Just a nice, fun throw size on
Good
that
job.
one.
This reminds me of your sister Carrie.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's very her
Happy.
color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cute.
Carrie she was just in town and she has finished, she's only been home for a few days, like 3 days or something like that. And she's already made another quilt, quilted a quilt, made another quilt, it's bound, and she's just like sewing crazy.
She is.
And they're happy.
That's
quilts.
awesome.
Awesome.
Very cool.
I also wanted to say that we've
Oh.
rekitted
Oh, yeah.
the farmhouse plaid.
Which has
Which-
been so incredibly
It
popular.
has,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
How big is this quilt? Do you remember?
This quilt is a generous twin. So that's what we kitted, is a
Yeah.
generous twin. It's a great graduation gift for
Yeah.
people that,
Yeah.
Just gonna leave home on
yeah, it's a great
who's
dorm
gonna-
quilt.
yeah.
I-
But for like, it's just contemporary that they
It
use.
is,
you
and
know,
it's good for
yeah.
boys to take
Mhm.
to college, so I think it's
Yeah.
a great high school graduation
Yeah.
quilt. a
Do you
great
want to show us the
masculine.
the kit?
So this beauty
Is
is
how the
the
kit.
kit. It's got all of your fabric, it's got your pattern.
Yeah,
For
and
your
then they're
front
all
binding.
squares.
Yeah,
Yep.
love it. Good job. Okay,
Yay.
let's talk a little bit about what you finished in cross stitch. Let's
Okay.
show one of your finishes.
So I did
This is
your stitch of the
Stitch
day,
along,
stitch
yeah.
along in October, but I wanted to showcase to people that you don't always have to either make a pillow or a frame
Mhm.
thing with your cross stitches. So I just
Love it.
basically incorporated quilting because this is kind of the thing I
little bit
normally
binding.
do.
I love it.
And then inside, to give it the little bit of oomph, I've got the fusible fleece,
that's how it
and we
looks.
sell that. It's,
Yeah.
sold by the yard. But that's what's ironed to the back of my actual cross stitch. Then I put, what do you call that edging? The border.
Yeah,
And then I bound
Binding.
it. So,
it's so cute. It's
So you
such a good
ironed
finish.
the pillow right on the back of your stitching,
Stitching.
of your.
yep.
Oh, interesting. That's,
Yep. I know I was
It looks so
worried
nice.
that it wouldn't
Uh-huh. It looks
stick
fabulous.
very well. But it actually did.
And it does have, it gives it a nice
Mhm.
body to maintain its shape,
Mhm.
so the
Yep.
stitching looks nice.
Yep.
And then you just bound it like you would bind a quilt.
Yep.
And this is one of the little double clip stands from Riley Blake Designs. Stacy West designed these, and we sell those in the store.
They're great for smaller quilts.
They're small
Yes.
little
Smaller
quilts, mini
projects.
quilts for.
I want to make
Yeah.
your tiny hearts
Oh,
quilt
tiny
and hang
hearts
on
would
here as
hang-
well. I
yep.
think it would
Yeah,
work.
I think it would
I have
work.
not measured it, but I'm planning on
and
it.
the Christmas blocks could be done the same
Mhm.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fun.
Kind of goes alongside our Hilltop Club
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, true.
We just decorate our homes with things.
I love it. I love it. Okay, let's talk about your finish in
I
cross
just
stitch.
finished this cross stitch, and that is from Bonnie and Camille. It's called Stitchville. I need to pull out my little threads that mark the top of mine. So I had to remember which way was top on that. And she had hers in a cute frame. I ordered the wrong size from Target, so I need to switch it. But now that I've seen what you've done,
So cute.
I may completely revamp and
Wouldn't
make
that
it
look
into
cute? Because it'd look like a little miniature
a little-
quilt.
yes,
Yeah.
to put in my.
Love
It'd be easier to move around your sewing room rather than a frame. So
True.
Right. No
That's
holes in your
awesome.
wall. And
And this was done, is this 25 count Lugana?
this is yes.
Yeah.
This is the
Lugana, yeah.
the Lori Holt.
Oh, the vintage cloth?
Yes.
Yeah, which
in
is
cloud.
Lugana,
Yes.
yeah.
it is so cute.
Yep.
Love it.
That was a fun.
So
one.
pretty. Awesome.
Oh,
And
I'll have
that's Stitchville, and patterns have been ordered for the shop.
Oh,
So
good.
we should have
Put my
those in.
name on one.
Really cute, really cute. That was, that's a
Super
smart tip. That you put your
Yeah.
threads here. Now tell,
Yes.
because if you don't do that, where this is so symmetrical,
Mhm.
your stitching has to go the same direction. And if you end up
Yes.
mistakenly turning it this direction
Yep.
and
Your X's
start
are-
stitching,
Yep.
it's gonna look all out of whack. So
The
That's a
direction out.
brilliant
that's a
idea.
brilliant idea. Just mark your top, where that is, because it is so, there isn't a top and bottom when
Yeah.
you look at the
There's
design.
not when you look
Yeah.
at it. Correct.
That's really smart. Okay, we are going
Wow.
to talk about, some people have asked more about the scroll rods. And so we were going to talk about how you set up your cross stitch. So we're going to open up a new set of scroll rods for Michelle. So in your rod, you have your sidebars, and these are made of oak. So they are a nice quality. You've got your scroll rods. You have your knobs that are used. Do you want to open those?
Yes.
You've got your tape that is used for your fabric, to go on your fabric. And this is like a Velcro tape,
Oh.
okay? And then the opposite is on your scroll rods. So the other side of your hook and loop is already on the scroll rod, okay? So, and you've got your handy dandy instructions about what to do, okay? Now, Michelle has hers already bound on her 3 sides. And I'm sorry, so smart.
I
She's
agree.
put beautiful beige, 28 count, and what she bought the fabric for.
Yes, I'm doing the little mouse 4th of July.
And that's just really smart.
That's just so sweet and cute.
So then if you don't stitch it right away, you know what that piece of fabric was called.
Oh,
So.
very good idea.
Oh, we are gonna need a pair of scissors. Would you mind, Leslie?
I
Thank
do
you.
not.
Okay, so you are gonna want to take, are you okay if I just
Yes,
do this?
please.
Okay.
I'm learning and having it done.
You're
I
gonna
will
want
start
your
this next.
tape to be the same size as, the same length as the piece that you're gonna be mounting to your scroll rod. Let's see, Emerald's gonna probably have to adjust the camera here. So, I want this the same length as my fabric. Your fabric is straight, because you've got it cut on the grain. So, all we have to do is put,
And I zigzagged around it
Yeah,
too, so
to
it
keep
would
it from
stay
fraying.
that way. 'Cause boy,
and
does it fray.
it does fray, it will fray much less using the scroll rods, okay? You're not gonna have any fraying when you're working on it. So, this needs to go right along that edge of your fabric. And you're just gonna
So right
stick
flush
it down.
with the edge.
Yeah, right flush with your edge.
Okay.
And then
Now,
you're
is
gonna
this
do,
going to be the right side as you're stitching?
Mhm.
Okay,
yeah,
so you put those
So-
on the right side up.
on the right side.
Okay.
And is there a right and wrong side to the linen?
No.
I was looking
No.
at it.
No, well,
No.
some,
Just from the way it was folded,
Yeah.
it looked like there was, but
some of the
looking at little
linens
inches
have,
of it, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
some of the fabrics will have a mottled look on the front.
Yes.
Yes.
And a
Like the
solid
one
look
that
on
you
the
did.
back.
The
yes.
hand dyed,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll have that hand-dyed look on the front, and the back will just be straight.
So for that, it would be nice
It'd
to
be-
know these go stuck
Yeah.
to the front of
Yeah.
your fabric.
So-
Okay.
Then we will just do the opposite end. Oops. And this tape is very sticky. And I'm just gonna put it there.
And do you always
Stick it
put it
down.
vertically on the left and right sides of your work?
So this is actually because your piece is wider than the scroll rod.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Okay.
so we could trim that down because you're doing a
Yes,
small piece.
this is
or
only like a
what we're gonna
6x6
do.
or 4x4.
Yeah, so I'm doing it
Okay.
this way. So you're gonna stitch.
You get more options with your rods if you.
Yes, now,
Okay.
and this pack came with, what have we got, a 16? Yeah, this is a 16-inch rod. So you can do any piece of stitching fabric from 16 on down.
Okay.
Okay. But you've got this whole set now. You don't have to buy the whole set of another size.
Okay.
We carry just a new set of scroll rods. So you could get just a 23-inch scroll rod for your next project. And then if you were working on 2 at a time, I don't know if you're a multitasker.
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
and you want to
Good and bad
and
for
you want to
that.
work on your next project, you would just take your scroll rods off and roll it up and put it somewhere,
Okay.
and then take your new set so that
And
you
put
can use
it
these
together.
again. You know, you don't have to have new sidebars for every project.
So regardless of your scroll size, your knobs and your little,
Yeah, yeah. You can purchase ones that give you a bigger space, but that
Okay.
adds more weight to
Uh-huh.
what you're holding, okay? And your project could take up this whole thing.
yes.
It doesn't mean that you only have a project has this much room, because you're gonna roll. So you just put your scroll rods, whoops.
Ooh.
Oh, now I got it off whack. Okay, so I've got to be exactly centered here, okay? So I'm just gonna eyeball it right here. But when I put the next one on, I wanna make sure that I am again in the same. So I've got my 2 rods here, whoops. Okay, so I'm gonna hold those so that they're the same, okay? And now I can put that piece on there. Okay, so now it's just stuck onto the Velcro, and I'm just gonna hand roll here, and I'm gonna stick this side. Now the reason it has this extra set of holes is because there's a lap stand that you can get
Oh.
that holds this for you.
Yes.
And I've got one upstairs, and we just ordered one in. So you're just gonna roll it. Now you want the back. This is gonna be the back of my project.
Uh-huh.
The front of my project, where I'm gonna be doing my stitching, is gonna be in the center. The reason why is because my hands are gonna be touching the back of my project.
Mm-hmm.
So the oils will get onto the back, not onto the face of my project. Okay, so that's why, and so you're just gonna put these in. Put your rods on, straighten one rod out. Now you're gonna wanna find the center of your fabric, okay? And so that you can start from there.
Or since she's doing such a small project, find the center of the area she needs,
Yeah,
right?
so
Okay.
just so you'll center it, but let's say you've got it centered. Okay, now I'm ready to put my other rod on.
Well, it's not as complicated as I was worried it was going to be.
No. And you're all ready to stitch.
Yay.
Now, when I
Very
stitch, this is
cool.
kind of how I do it. I just rest it on my arm and in my hand
Okay.
like this. Because to hold it like this, your hand's gonna get tired.
It's awkward,
That's
right?
awkward, you know?
Yeah.
But you just kind of cradle it and stitch. So these are where, if you have the lap stand, it would screw into here, and there's another knob on the lap stand that then holds it, and you can adjust it. So that is then how you stitch.
Very
So
nice.
right side, your wrong side is always the back,
Okay.
so that it protects your threads. And you finish an area you're working on, and you can just loosen your things, tighten them up, roll so you have more space now, you know, tighten your knobs. So it's just really easy to work with, and your project doesn't wrinkle
Yeah.
because it's just on these nice, you know, so.
Very
Well,
cool.
and when I've done, like this one, I had the little Q snap,
Uh-huh.
which I love.
Yeah, and they help too.
But I would forget to take it out.
Mhm.
You're supposed to take it off every
Right,
time you're done
right.
working for that work session or evening, and I wouldn't. And so
Yeah.
it did get some
It'll get some
cranks, and
yeah.
I had to kind of press it out a
So
little
let's
and
see, what
whatnot. So
was-
that would avoid that.
Yes.
I'll tell you what the price point on these is. So this 16-inch set is $27.95, and that's for the whole setup. But like I say, next time, if you want to do another one, you can just buy additional rods. Or we have sets that come with a 16-inch rod and maybe a 12-inch, and there's different combinations that that we have. So now, so you've got this little bit of tape. Now you can probably reuse this tape on your next project, but you can also purchase just this tape.
For when it starts
Uh-huh.
not sticking very well anymore.
So then you've got this little, so you can just get new rolls, and this isn't that long, but you can add another. If you had something wider, you just add another piece. I mean, it doesn't have to be
does
one
that have to be
continuous.
continuous?
No,
Okay.
it could
Makes
you can just
sense.
butt them up against each other.
And is the 16 one the inside? And your,
Yes, that
your
is.
fabric can
So
be
your
as
fabric can
big
be anything from
as the size
16
of
inches
your-
on down. Yeah. So you're going to be doing your nutcracker one.
Yes.
And we're going to order in just the rods so that you've got that width for that. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
So that's kind of
That's
how the
way
scroll rods
easier
go.
than it looks. I agree.
Yeah,
with
it's
Michelle.
So take this home.
Yeah, they really improved it. When I first started using scroll rods, and I think Kathy has a set, they had a piece of tape on there, not tape, but webbing kind of product on the, stapled onto the scroll rod. You had to hand sew
Oh yeah.
your fabric
Yeah.
to that tape, and then,
Then scroll.
but
Okay.
Which is doable, but this
But
is much nicer.
genius idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
it is
so
doable.
excited to take this home and
Yeah.
start my next cross stitch. I've got the lovely bag that Anna helped us make.
Yes, with all your
That
threads
she
ready
did
to
the
go.
tutorial for, and my favorite needles, and
Awesome, and your hand-dyed threads. You're doing weeks
Yes.
dye works, is that right?
yes, that's what
And-
this one called for. It
And
also,
this
I think, has
project
the
is
DMC.
called Mouse's 4th of July Ride. And we had the Mouse's Halloween.
Oh, they're so
Valentine's.
We've got the
Yes.
Mouse's Valentine and Easter.
Easter.
Yeah, they're just fun little projects. And they're cute.
I think
Very
it'll go
cute.
quick, and I'm
Yeah.
excited to have something new.
Yay! We love new.
Okay, Emerald, you got some questions for us?
I do. So since like you all cross stitched today again, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that. People ask us like, so when you cross stitch on different type of fabric, do you have to care about the strand, like how many strand you use?
Yes. So, we started carrying that new designer Salt and Pepper Stitching, some of her patterns.
They're
And-
cute.
So she does what I would normally do as 2 strands of floss on like a 28 or a 32 count linen. She does a single strand. And she just does that. It's a different look. It's kind of a, not obey, what I'm trying
More
to say.
airy.
Yeah, kind of an airy feel to the
Yeah.
stitching for hers. And so
Yeah.
there's no like cross stitch police that are going to come over and
cannot do
tell you
it.
you cannot stitch, So it's really what you're coupled with. But
Yes.
on a project anywhere from 14, 16, I would think even maybe 11 count, I would usually use 2 strands of floss. Some people on 14 count, and we're talking 14 count, whether it's 28 count linen over 2 threads or it's 14 count Aida. I routinely use 2 strands. How about you?
Yes, I've
Yes.
always used.
Yeah. But like Salt and Pepper Stitching, she uses that one to give it a more airy.
I think
It's
that
a
little book we carried in the fall too. Is it
Is-
Brenda Gervais?
Yeah,
that-
Brenda Gervais, did she use?
She, I think, might have recommended, if
yeah.
I'm remembering right,
Yeah.
one strand. But
But I do know some people will on 14 count even stitch with 3 strands.
Right.
I think it's heavy, but
Yeah.
that's just my personal,
Mhm.
I agree with that. For me.
On 11 count, 10 count, I would use 3 strands to, 3 strands of floss. I know Lori Holt has that, what she calls vintage cloth, in 10 count, or you'll find it under the term Tula is another name for it. And it is a 10 count fabric, and it's very soft, drapey fabric, but I would use 3 to 4 on that. 4 if you want to use the loop method of starting. 3 if I didn't care about the loop method, but anything smaller than 16 stitches per inch, you might need to go down to 1 strand of floss. So
They just keep it from giving you the heavy look.
yeah, and that hole in your fabric is only so big, and if you've got too many strands in it, you're distorting your fabric. When you go to cross your thread, it's not gonna lay nice, you know, because
Right.
it's bunching up in that hole.
It's
And
tight.
so, yeah, it just depends on the count of fabric. The fewer stitches per inch, the more thread you can use. The more stitches you get in an inch, the less strands of floss. So there is, I mean, you can look online, there's some rule of thumb for how many strands of floss, but most of the time I'm doing projects with 2-ply.
Me too.
So
Okay. So which size needle? Because I've used the 26.
26 or
bow one
28.
for the 2 strands.
Yeah.
But you would go 28 to do the.
If I was doing 1-ply, I'd probably go to a 28. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like a small needle that I can thread.
Yeah.
You know, if I can thread it, I want the smaller the needle, the easier it glides through the fabric.
Let's
And-
talk about those.
Oh,
Just
right.
brought that up.
Good handy thing. Yeah.
Those are perfect for those of us that can't see
Yeah.
through
Needle
the eye of the
threaders
needle.
are good.
Nice.
So there's lots of different needle threaders.
But those are so cute.
But these are so cute.
and it has the cutter too.
Yep.
So there you go.
Thread
There you go.
cutter
New
and-
product
Can I
right
see
there.
it?
Yeah, this is called a hummingbird.
And then you just get your needle through it with.
I have
Its
not.
little beak has a little hook.
Uh-huh.
So you put that whole metal piece through your eye of your needle,
Uh-huh.
put your thread over the top of it, and pull it back through the
Yeah.
needle.
Oh, so like
Can
it
you
goes-
get 2 strands?
I don't know
in
that you can
this?
get 2 strands.
I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm
Okay.
going to buy one today to try.
We have that Loran. Would you hand me the little pack
This
there?
one?
Yes. In cross stitch, this needle threader here,
Okay.
Loran or Loran, I don't know how
However you
it's
say
pronounced, is fabulous. I love, this is my favorite needle threader for cross stitch because you will slip it through the needle, it just kind of needle hangs there, and you can get those 2 strands
Oh, good.
to pull through.
Doesn't
So-
this one have double-sided too? So you can do
So it
yarn
depends
and
on how
stuff,
many,
or-
yarn,
you know.
or if you're using 4 strands, you know, you can use
Yeah.
that bigger, but it is a thin metal, so it will slip through that needle, but it's just nice for cross stitching. This is my favorite needle threader. For sewing, love
Yes.
it.
Do we have their other product, which is that magnet with the...
Magnet board, I think we do right out front of the
wanna-
register
I
area.
want to show that because I actually have that.
Well,
So
and you
many
need the
tools.
name brand one on this because I have purchased the little dollar ones
And
that
they-
I won't say where from.
And they're
and they
thicker,
will
so-
shred
Oh,
yeah.
really? They'll
thread as you
Yeah.
pull it through. It will cut your
Oh.
thread. So you
So-
need the
no, you're
nice,
fine.
one of that.
So this is a magnet board. So it's metal. And it has a ruler here that's magnetic, and it's got little magnet strips that you can put your pattern on and use to move down.
Which helps keep track of where you are
Where you
at,
are,
and,
yes.
and you can block off
Oh.
whole sections
Yeah.
with these. I actually put my pattern inside a page protector,
Mhm.
and then this underneath it, so my magnets aren't rubbing on my actual
Oh,
pattern.
gotcha.
There's
Yeah.
another little hint for you.
So,
Very nice.
but yeah, these are good for
I love it.
keeping track of your process.
Yeah.
We also have a new product. Do you want to run out front again? Run back and forth.
What is
So
it?
they are little, they're little sticky, I can't remember what they're called, markers. They're colored.
Oh, I
Do you know what I'm
you're
talking about?
Yep.
Okay. We'll find the actual
Probably don't.
technical term.
So many tools.
The static,
that you
they're
guys
held on by
can
static.
use. I was teaching my dad how to use a needle threader.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, he
Yes,
cannot learn
okay.
it.
Okay,
Even until
so
this
I'm
day.
gonna open this up.
I'm glad
So-
she edits. People think we're live. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not live? Yes.
Well, sometimes she has to chop us up here.
I know.
Okay. So this is a small chart, but these stick on by static.
Oh.
Game changer.
Game changer. So and I love that it's
Okay.
clear because you can still see
Right.
that line.
It's like a ruler that you just
It's
move.
just to mark your
like-
place where you're working,
Okay.
and then you can just slide it down.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, right? This is like one of those.
I love those.
Yeah.
Is there three
So
in
there's
there?
3. There's a green one, a red one, and a yellow
Because
one.
I noticed when you put one on there, the colors kind of disappear.
But
So it's good to have a variety
yeah.
to choose from.
so
Yeah,
you've
but
got in a
only
pack.
underneath, so
Yeah, you've got in your pack. You've got your tricolor. Oh, and look, it's the static. They just stick on.
That's very cool.
that is
Isn't that
really
cool?
That's very cool.
So cool. So just
Awesome.
another really fun tool.
Yay.
And those are called highlighter guide.
Highlighter guide.
Highlighter
Okay.
guide, not
Wow.
sticky thing that you know,
But look, I
Static
knew what you were
ruler.
talking about.
static ruler
that little
thing.
sticky thing. But these are a cool product, right?
Yes. Very
So,
cool.
anyway.
That's hers.
Thought about that.
There are
Last minute
many
thing.
tools.
Yeah, many tools. And these run about $5. So fun to
not
just
bad.
stick in your bag,
Yes, very cool. And your nice little
in your project bag.
handbag.
And this project bag again, we have the tutorial on our YouTube channel
Uh-huh.
from Anna. So you can make your little project bags and awesome.
Can we
How
talk
you keep
about
track.
hand-dyed the threads for just a second?
Sure.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I personally have had people come and ask me how to use those.
Okay.
When we talk about using 2 strands,
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to get that very specific look. So you want to make sure you're putting your 2 strands the same direction together,
Yes.
because it will change the look and you have to do each stitch individually completely.
Right.
Both sides of your cross.
In order to get the benefit of that
Yes.
that variegated hand-dyed look, if you cross each stitch as you go versus going and going
one
all
way
across and then back, because you'll get you're paying a lot of money for that
Mm-hmm.
that
You wanna
look
see it.
of the hand-dyed threads.
Yeah.
You want to maintain that variegated look. And if you go all the way over to the right and come back to the left, you might have a light color in that
Mhm.
thread on the bottom, and you might have a darker shade on the top.
Which is, if that's
Which-
the look you want,
and that-
that's
yeah.
great.
But I liked, when I stitch with hand dyes, I cross each stitch as I go.
I do too.
Well, if I was doing like 2 stitches side by side and that's all I have that
you
color,
wouldn't
no.
know.
But yeah, if I'm doing multiple stitches and I want to work, so.
And then the other option is if you want more of that heathered look, you
Mhm.
can alternate the threads together
Mhm.
and just do the rows, and it'll
Right.
give it more of a heathered look. So it kind of depends on what look you're wanting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want it to look stripy or whatnot, then you would definitely want to make sure your ends are together
Yeah.
the way it's been dyed.
So
Okay.
good tip.
So
Yeah.
you.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. As I start with hand dyed on this.
Yeah.
Have you not
These
ever
were not
used
hand
it?
dyed.
You-
I don't think I have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be
I love it.
addicted.
No,
I love it.
I have a mammoth library of DMC,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just
Mhm.
starting to get
Right.
the hand dyed.
Yeah.
And we carry Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works,
And
we have a lot of Classic Color Works.
sampler art.
And Gentle Art Sampler
Art
Threads,
sampler threads.
although they're hard for us to get right now.
Yeah.
It can
I've
take
noticed.
a month, 6
Well,
weeks to get colors when we order
But
them.
what
so.
I tell people is they are hand dyed. They're
Mhm.
not machine dyed like, say, DMC, where they have a specific code. These are literally done by people
Mhm.
in small batches,
Mhm.
and how many needlework shops nationwide carry them.
Right.
That's why it's so hard
That's
for
why
us
it's hard to get because they are. It's
Yes.
It's someone.
Someone's
It's
doing
a small
that.
business hand dyeing
Yeah.
those threads.
Yep.
So yeah,
And they're never going to be the same.
yeah, they're
Even
not.
if you buy them from the same pack, like the same shipment that
Yeah.
day,
Mhm.
there's going to be some slight variations, but
Yeah.
that's what makes them very beautiful.
Yeah.
They are beautiful.
That's what makes them special. So
Thank you for all the tips. I feel like I learned a lot, although I still don't know everything. Yeah, like I can.
Nobody knows everything. You should always be
That's
learning
right.
something new.
Absolutely.
Always.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always learning.
But
So
yeah.
we appreciate you joining us for Table Talk, and we will see you next week.